Hi everyone. There's a mother, a father, two girls, and one boy. The boy is way too older than the two girls. The two girls look like they're twins, or rather, they are age mates. But just because the boy does not think and do things in the same way as how the mother and the father is doing, they decide to abuse him. They incite the two girls to attack him spiritually as well as physically. And because they are his kid sisters, he tries very hard to hold himself, and he's not able to defend himself against them. And it's not that he can't defend himself, it's just that he loves them and he's trying to respect his parents, so he doesn't lash out in any way towards his parents every time he feels like things are not right. And they go on doing this spiritual and physical attack to the boy. But there is a third person who is outside the family, who is watching them, and she sees the truth about the whole thing, and she points out to these parents that if they do anything bad to the boy, she would make them pay back for it. Now the boy grows up being like that, thinking he's all alone in this world, and there's no one to defend him. So sometimes he goes astray and does things just to annoy them, and unfortunately he ends up being in the wrong side. He knows there's somebody who is backing him, and he's using that as a power against the family. And he feels so angry about the family that he just wants to lash back at them, but he does it in such a way, it's almost like a covert narcissist kind of a way. Passive narcissist. They are active narcissists and they are passive narcissists. And because he's feeling ashamed of the kind of treatment and abuse he's getting from his family, he ends up having like two characters, one which is in the house and another one which is outside the house. Outside people know him as a very kind, good person, but in the family he's not like that. And so in this family they're always plotting against each other. The mother, father, and the two girls against the boy, and the boy against them. All their lives, all they know is just plotting against each other. Just because, and the boy, as he grows up, he learns the power of money. And so he ends up being like he ends up being like, he ends up using money against people. He learns how to get a lot of money using evil ways. And he uses the money that he gets to do evil things to other people as well, especially people he thinks who go against his wishes. We are in such a time where mothers and fathers take money to be more important than their kids, because that is how they were brought up. Their parents made them feel like money was more important than anything else in this world, and they would do anything just to get money, even mistreat or abuse their own children. Their parents who go all the way to even attack their kids spiritually to make them look like they're psychological not stable, and they want to have control over their children just because of money. But at the end of it, the kid, because it's destabilized psychologically, they also lash out back towards their parents, and it's a two-way regret. Both the kid regrets, both the parents regret, but that is all that they know in their lives, and they still go on living that way. Sometimes it's a one-way regret because the parents attack on the kid who is innocent. Sometimes they get back their karma, and most of the time it's either physically or spiritually. They get back karma. Karma is real. Whatever you do in this world, you pay back according to how much evil or how much bad things you've done. And no matter how long it takes, the karma you need to pay, you will still pay for it. There is no getting away from it. There is no way you will get away from it. Some people think they can misuse or mistreat others, thinking that they can always get away with it. But they don't know sometimes some people have people who back them behind the scenes without them knowing, and they're being watched. Everything is seen, everything is brought to light, even though they try so hard to hide everything. But everything is just seen, and for it to be put out to light one day. Parents should know that they should treat their kids all equally. The kids have a right over their parents, and their rights are to be treated equally in the family, to be treated with kindness and compassion, and to be embraced and protected from all kinds of things that could be a threat to the kid. But if the parents themselves are a threat towards the kids, there is a right which has been taken from the kid by the parents. If you bring a child to this world, you have a responsibility over that kid. You have a responsibility to take care of that kid. And just because you are the parent does not mean you have a right to mistreat them whenever you feel like. Because there are some people who think they have a right to mistreat the kid whenever they like, and to call back the kid and hug them and kiss them and show them love whenever they feel like. But that's not right. The kid is not a thing. The kid is not just like one of the furniture in your house Like when you want to see it, you see it. When you don't want to see it, you have it out of your sight. They hold genes which continue your bloodline. But when evil is inflicted in the family and there is disorder, this also inflicts evil in the whole world as well, because that will continue. The kid might either end up being a good person or a bad person, and it contaminates the whole world. And just because the kid does not think or do things just the way the parents want, it does not mean that they have a right to mistreat the kid. And in such a kind of a situation, normally when the parents are being warned against mistreating the kid, they always run away from that kind of an area and go to somewhere else where they think there are new people who don't know them, and they can do whatever they want behind doors. But such people don't know that there is always a day they will be caught, and they will have to pay for their own deeds. Behind every mistreated person, there is always somebody who protects them. This is a truth which has been going on for ages and ages. And such kind of mistreatments, whether no matter how long it goes on, it always ends. I hope nobody has to face such kind of mistreatment and be treated like they're not worthy. Such kind of people need to know that they're worthy, and they don't have to lash out back in the same way as how they were mistreated. They should know that they have hope in this world, and as long as they're in this world, they are brought into this world for a reason, and the reason is not to do evil on this earth. The reason is to worship God and to do the right thing. No matter what kind of a situation you are, no matter what you're going through, never lose the goodness inside you, never. Always use it to uplift you, because the people who do the evil deeds and do the evil things, it's because they are intimidated by the goodness in you. That is why they attack. They are intimidated by the light that you give out, because you shine out the light on their evil ways, and they are ashamed of their evil ways. In order to cover that up, they try to finish you by mistreating you. They try to defame you. They try to slander you. They try to unalive you. It's because you're special. That's why they try to dim your light. It's because you're a person that has got good qualities. That's why they want to break those good qualities. And when you react in the same way as how they do, they get even more satisfaction by it, because they feel like they've broken all that which is good in you, and you are the one who is going to lose. There are many people who try to break others just for their own selfish satisfaction. And most of the time they think they can get away with it, and making others look bad in front of everyone else, and making themselves look like they're the good ones. But the genuine people who know what is good and what is bad always see the truth, and the truth will always come out. even if you don't fight for it, the truth will always come out. So I hope that people maintain their goodness within themselves and do good no matter what happens to them. Because evil will always be there, but it's up to the person to choose whether they can be good or bad. Hope this helps somebody. Take care, everyone, and have a good day. God bless.